Preparing students to demonstrate mastery of math state standards can feel like a dull, unending cycle of equations and practice problems. Unengaged, frustrated students can weigh on teacher confidence and lead to uncertainty about overall achievement. Two Ivy League-trained engineers observed this struggle and created a way to transform how students learn the fundamentals of math. Through the innovative Accoletics math program, EDA has helped more than 400,000 students achieve success on state-administered math tests and transformed the academic strategies and performance of schools nationwide. Accoletics' uniquely designed supplemental materials and tools are well aligned to your state standards and provide a clear path to exceed state proficiency standards. Through ongoing professional development, you will uncover common challenges and activate solutions that promise to improve student achievement in your school. By partnering with EDA and choosing Accoletics, you can start to see an unprecedented return on your investment in as little as one school year. Don't procrastinate on giving your teachers the tools to help students achieve their highest math potential. To learn how you can dramatically improve classroom instruction and learning, test scores, and student confidence, call, email, or visit Accoletics online today.
And welcome to episode 4 of the Allison and Marc podcast, Married in Media. Is it Wednesday already? It's hump day already?
It is.
It's hump day, getting over the hump. And how was your day so far?
It's been good. I took a nap, so I'm just waking up now.
Just waking up.
Yes.
We just, again, we're getting through the funk. I disappointed my wife fairly. I understand why she's disappointed. I tried to pull one over.
I feel like this should
be
the relationship episode. I think we need to.
That's good. I like that.
Let it be the relationship episode.
All right, good. We'll get into that. Welcome everybody who's checking in. Coralise in the house. Trevor. Trevor, where are you from? I'm curious to see where Trevor, because I don't know the language.
Yeah.
But Trevor, we appreciate the support.
Trevor,
and I hope he's not cussing us out.
I believe it's Travis, and I do hope that you are keeping it decent. I'm sure you are.
And Coralise, we know your language.
Evening blessings. That sounds like a love language. All right, so welcome to the Allison and Marc podcast. It's the Allison and Marc podcast. You already said it, Married in Media. And silence your phone. We are two media pros. We're Gen Xers, and I do love that.
Oh, we're Gen Xers?
We're Gen Xers. I love that. X, who happen to be married with 3 grown kids. And we talk about everything from politics. This week, let's talk about marriage and all of that. Also pop culture, a little bit of humor and a history, and a whole lot of love. So welcome. Thank you for logging on.
And again, what's up, Alice? Alice checking in from South Carolina.
All
Regina's in the house. This is perfect because a lot of times when you're married in media or whatever, people always talk about how, so-and-so seems so perfect. And it's not perfect. It's
never perfect.
It's a challenge. And again, you have challenges. It's like we're human, right?
Yes.
And so and I think in our case, what's funny is I think being in media, one thing about our jobs, whatever's going on in your life, you still go on, and I think we have been doing it long enough. And sadly, we have had the worst things that can happen in your life, losing your parents probably, right, and different things. I know for me, I remember 9/11, but these kind of things happen. And it's like, as OGs in the game, you got to keep going on. So before the show, Allison learned something that she is not aware of. And I feel so bad about it because I was scrambling to trying to be slick. And I'd be damned that you busted me out so quickly.
Look, husbands, don't ever just
so
try to
quick.
be quick.
I was trying to be slick.
Okay, you want to fill it in? So a couple of Christmases ago, I think was it last Christmas? Was last Christmas.
Was it last Christmas?
And I feel like that stereotypical Black mother at Christmas. You just like get your little coins together. You're trying to get everything on somebody's little Christmas list. And then this. So weigh in, and what do you think? What's the best way to handle this? This is the Ask Allison today. What's the best way to handle it? Would you like to do the?
Yeah, and the irony of it, that is so like standpoint of your wife.
Tell the story, Marc.
Standpoint of
Marc, tell the damn story. Now you're just tap dancing.
I think women must have just a sixth sense.
Okay, I'll tell the story.
I'll go ahead and tell the story.
All right.
So last Christmas,
I want you to know it just happened.
Just hot off the presses. Allison's steaming right now off the presses, and rightly so. I get it, because Raymond, this is what I did not want to happen, but damn it, it did happen. So last Christmas, I got a wonderful, as always, wonderful Christmas gifts. My family, so thoughtful, starting with Allison, and the girls have now grown into super thoughtful gift givers. And so Allison gave me a beautiful pinky ring, and Allison also has a pinky ring. And so the thing about it that's so interesting.
Wait a minute. I really don't have like, a precious metal pinky ring.
Okay. I'm sorry. I thought, okay.
I really don't.
So you don't have one.
That's speaking of like what Black mothers do.
Yes. And so the irony of it all was, ever since my weight loss surgery, Allison has been looking at my hands, and she's like, don't lose these. The wedding ring and the other ring, you always mentioned, hey, do you need to get that resized? You need to get that resized. You need to get that resized. I kept saying no. I kept saying no. I kept saying no.
And there's a good reason you said no. You didn't need to get it resized.
No, because the ring, by the way, the ring.
Marc lost the ring. Marc lost the ring that it's all this tap dance, and Marc lost the ring that I gave him. And here's the thing: this is the lesson for life. Okay, you're gonna lose stuff. Like I've lost a whole bunch of stuff, but just go ahead and say what the thing is.
But it's just so.
No, say what the thing is, because instead of me just randomly saying one day, "Hey, did you lose the ring? Like you haven't worn it, and I haven't seen it in like 4 months." Did you lose the ring? No, blah, 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 whatever. And then today, the acknowledgement, I lost the ring.
Yes.
And my thing is this, and weigh in. This is a relationship. I think this needs to be the relationship episode. My thing is, there are two different ways of communicating, right? It's just like, I know it's painful. It's what kids do. Did you break that dough? Now, who else broke the damn glass? I don't know. You broke it. Yeah. So, like the same lessons that we say, I think they just sort of always fit. For me, it would have been better if you had said, I lost the ring. I lost the ring, because it's an easier pill to swallow. And I don't need you to be like, oh, babe, I'm so sorry I lost the ring. But I think when you do something, or when you get caught and you just come off as like nonchalant about it, meantime, like what went into doing something or getting something was like a hardship.
Oh, yeah. No,
it was a hardship. And so I'm like, no, but I'm doing this because, damn it, we're going to be 70 and he's going to look down and say, thank you so much, babe. I love this ring you got me when we were 55. But so it feels like, because I think that you have a way, I think that your way of dealing with things sometimes is just to play it off like, I lost it. And then so the other person is left with, hey, wait a minute, what does it, but I know that you don't feel that way because you're a caring person. But sometimes it comes off like that.
I think my initial reaction may be that way, but there's always a long follow-up after something like that. It's a long conversation after. I don't just leave it at, I did it.
Yeah.
And so the dilemma was, so I put you inside my head. And what you're saying is absolutely right. Number one, I knew how much it took for you to get the ring, number one.
Yeah.
Number two, the irony of it was, and because of that, trying to replace the ring, I was trying to, I was saving to try to replace it, because here you are.
Well, because it also, here's the other part too. It was special because my dad always wore a ring with like a gold coin in it, and he wore his on his pinky. So that's what I got you.
Yeah.
And so there was a sentimental value attached to it. So just in the future, I think that it always just works if you just, as hard as it is, and this is just in general for men, women, all of us in relationships, just say what the thing is. Because if not, I get it. As long as I don't ask, then we don't have no arguments. I get it. But yeah. So anyway, what would you do? What is your thing? That's my thing. And so now it's going to take me like some time to get my feelings together.
Well, the irony of it all was the advice I got, because I tried to replace the ring, was he said exactly what you said.
But why would
you need to just say. You said you need to go home.
Well, it's not a goldfish. Would I just think it was like a regular, the same ring?
No, he said.
It's like,
no, he
took me into the mind.
No, I got scared. I got scared. He said, what you need to do. This is what you need to do. Go home. Tell your wife, honey, I lost the ring. Tell her you lost the ring. Because she's going to know this is not the ring.
Right.
So go home and tell her. So.
And did you spend money on that ring?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was saving to get the ring.
Oh.
And
okay.
So
all right.
Not as much because again, I know the guy. But
all right. Well, guess what? That ring's mine now. You can hand it over.
That's fair.
And all debts. What's that little rhyme? All debt, all debt is paid. Thank you. It's mine now. All right. It's nice. He has his little initials in it and everything.
That's what you gave me.
No, what it was a gold coin. It was a small gold coin. But anyway, all right, we're good now. Yes, the value is in the heart, yes. And in the heart, Ronald, you should say from the heart.
Yes,
I lost it. It's not about the money. It's not about the whatever, but I lost it, and I just want you to know before you say it, I'm not trying to whatever, but that's okay because I got a little ring now.
Well, and again, I totally agree. And then, I usually roll with that, but I feel like it's funny. It's funny. What's up, Sharon Pender? What's funny is I've lost my wedding ring before
at the pawn shop.
No. I remember I lost.
That's what I thought, and that's what I thought it was because
I've been known to now. Don't get it twisted.
We will pawn something.
You don't be pawning.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. Okay. Don't let the TV and radio fool you. We will pawn something. So that's what I thought.
Remember, I lost the ring. Actually, remember, I lost the ring Washington, Sydney. The first time I lost my wedding ring, It really happened in the house.
Yeah.
But then I lost it for real.
Okay.
Remember that?
Did you tell me?
Yeah.
Okay.
But at the end of the day, I was like, Dave, with everything that's on your plate, I just didn't want to add one more thing.
Right.
And I know I went against my judgment. I know we just tell you.
And it never works out because when it adds more stuff on your plate. It's just because it's the attitude. It's the attitude surrounding it. So,
definitely.
But I thank you. I have a new ring. So.
Well, I apologize. And again, and that moment you said,
Divya.
You said when I that kind of sounding short, you're right. I do that.
Yeah.
But I do follow up. I don't just ever leave you.
Right. But in the meantime, and couples weigh in and people in relationship or just people, everybody weigh in that moment that you don't follow up. Like, it's like.
I do follow up.
Okay. In the moment that you don't do it right then, it allows the other person, and this is just like trying to navigate relationships. It allows the other person to sit in their feelings about it, So in the scenario, whatever. We have an argument, and clearly I'm wrong or whatever, and so I don't come to you right away. In the 10 minutes that I don't come to you right away, that's 10 minutes that like your feelings are hurt. You're just sitting there like, I don't understand. This is out of character. How could this happen? I just believe like as the older that we get, like just the transparency it always is going to help, even if in that moment it's a hard pill to swallow. Yeah. Because if not, even in just those little moments, and I wonder what it does to the brain and the psyche and the heart and all of that, in those moments that you're not, because you don't feel seen. Like that's what it is. You don't feel seen. But this goes into my next topic. So this is what I wanted to talk about a little bit today. And I don't know if we're in mental health awareness month now. So Divya, because I yelled, Divya, you may now in love, because Divya is busy, you may now in love go and do what else is on your plate today. Because I want to get the correct name of Divya. Put the name of your consulting group in here. Grids Consulting. Can you put it in there? It's interesting, the people that you meet along the way, especially in any walk of life, but we meet a lot of different people and get asked to do a lot of different things and get these wonderful opportunities. And Divya has given me a wonderful opportunity when I had to host something a while ago for an organization that I talked about here, Wheels Global Foundation, Indian American, basically foundation, and of graduates of a very prestigious school in India, like the MIT, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we did an Instagram Live yesterday, and we had a great conversation all about infotainment versus traditional media. Where are we? How can traditional media still exist when you have, your phones and TikTok and all this misinformation sometimes and all that too. And so, so Divya said she was on last week too. And by the time I was shouting her out, she was gone because she's busy. So, so she popped in today and she said, I'm always going to show up. If I see that you're doing something, that a girlfriend of mine is doing something or what have you, I'm going to show up. And she showed up. And so now I see you, Divya, and you can Divya and I are going to hopefully be doing some work together. She's so plugged in internationally. So the good people.
Come on, worldwide. Worldwide.
But I was trying to look up, does anybody know if it is Mental Health Awareness Month next month? I think it is. And so much talk now is on basically people getting the help that they need. It's in May, but talking, now, because we have so much on our plates nowadays, right? And after COVID and all of this. So in my inbox yesterday or 2 days ago was a little thing from my insurance. And it said, hey, you have 12 free sessions for each family member, that's under your insurance, and the girls are still under my insurance, for 12 free therapy sessions and how to do wellness things or whatever. And for the first time, I was just like, I'm going to take advantage of that.
This is interesting.
I am going to take advantage of that because I think that so much stuff happens and you look up and another year has gone by. Weeks have gone by and just like that. And you haven't stopped and you haven't really sat in how you're feeling, how you're dealing with stress in your life, how you're dealing with all these we're coming up on an election in November, how you're dealing with your fears about what's going on domestically, what's going on internationally. God bless the souls of these 3 soldiers that were just killed in Jordan. When you look at that and you're like, so what does this mean globally? Is something about to happen globally in an election year? We know that sometimes we know it. I mean, this is not being political. Sometimes politicians, play with these kinds of things leading up to an election time, right? So it's just it's a stressful time. And coming out of COVID, it's just a stressful time. So this is the first time I was like, because I'll tell everybody all day, oh yeah, therapy is. I've never been in a therapy session. Again, as a middle-aged Black woman, I'm like, I ain't gonna be telling somebody all my secrets so that she can go home and then tell all her friends. Guess what, Allison Seymour's, so it's ridiculous. And so I think that I'm going to sit in and see what this is all about and try to, get some of this off my back and just see. I've never ever sat in on a therapy session, so I'm excited about what that is. People say it's really dare I say therapeutic.
Well played.
Yeah, so we'll see how that goes, but that's a pretty big thing. Come
on, for 23 years, babe, this is very interesting.
What is 23 years?
Your take on therapy.
Mm-hmm. What does 23 years come in?
Us being together this long, you weren't necessarily, you were a fan of it for others, but not for you.
Well, No, here's this. You never think that you need it. So
right, but that's what I'm saying. But I'm
right.
saying it was kind of like, I think because your dad is a minister, you kind of had like,
I had
people that you could do. It was almost kind of like, well, what about this? I think this is a kind of a big step. This is different.
So we'll see what it feels like and what it's like. And I got a lot of things to unload. And like I said, I think that people you go through the days because you can handle it, because because you're strong, and because you make it happen, and because all of this, you just think, okay, well, it's good. But I'm interested to see what it is, and maybe some techniques to just like de-stress, because I'm a warrior. I'm also a warrior. I'm a WO and a WA, and those things are hard. I remember going to see a chiropractor after a story I had done it, and he said, your muscles have been like in fight mode this whole time. And there have been a lot of changes and a lot of life, happenings. Also, what I did today is I went, so much of even the physical buildings, the things that we used to do are gone.
Yeah.
So today I had a follow-up on my dental implants. And and where it is next to the old Fox 5 studios. It's near there, and it's also near, that was my little shopping thing, Mazda Gallery, that little TJ Maxx in there, also that Lord and Taylor, and I think that's Friendship Heights. Just loved it, just to go and decompress, whatever. All of it's gone.
Yeah.
So today I walked through the Lord and Taylor lot, and I just stopped and I thought about all the Christmases. You would just go, like when we were at HUR, would run in there sometimes and just pick up a t-shirt to go to the studio, because I was leaving Fox 5 and going straight to HUR to work. Thought about all that. Then I walked through, and after the appointment, because I always pass the old Fox Studios. I don't know if it's up in Northwest, but the beautiful thing about it is it's closed down. They're in a new building now. So when I left during the pandemic, the station moved to a different place. I was never in the new place.
Yeah.
I feel like it's beautiful, that completion. Do you know what I mean? Like my 21 year,
certain way.
Right, my 21-year career over there before going to WSA 9, the building is closed down. So today I walked through the parking lot that I went to like every weekday for 21 years. And, I just said, thank you.
Come on now.
I said, thank you so much for all that you did for me. Thank you for allowing me to make a name for myself in the city that I love. Thank you for all of the great times being able to carve out the personality of who I was going to be on television here in DC. Thank you. And how much I just release it, and all the negativity surrounded with that experience and all that. And it was beautiful. So this year is that year for me to release.
We're speaking of mental health. One thing I'm noticing about, this, I'm doing Juicy January, which we wrap up. Today's the last day. We juice for 31 days. And so now it's going to be Fit February, right? So I'll be doing workouts around town and different places. And the thing that I noticed about, since I had the weight loss surgery, I guess now it's almost 2 years ago. I now understand when people say how you're eating out of stress. Like you said, you may think you're handling whatever's going on in your life. Stressors for me, it was, losing a job, losing this, losing that. What I get now is the connection. My relationship to food is different. And I always say, when I'm talking to my fellow weight loss people and fellow surgery people, at first you can't eat much, right? And so wings are a great indicator. I remember back in the day, it made me think about even get a visual of my stomach, where your stomach is stretched, where you could eat all day. You could eat, like I could eat a whole bunch of wings. But the question is, are you really tasting them? And do you really want another wing? Or are you just eating because and that's when I'm like, oh, that's what you're talking about. Mm-hmm. You're stressed out. You come home, you sit on the couch. It might be a bag of chips. It might be 12, 20 wings. It might be whatever, but you just keep on eating because you can.
Yeah.
And now I notice the most thing you find most delicious, after a couple, you're kind of like, I'm good, but it's like the connection is gone. But I now understand it, because people always say, are you an emotional eater? And I would probably answer, I don't think so. Mm-hmm. But I now realize, yes.
Yeah.
We all probably do something to deal with all the stuff that we're going through. especially in our interpersonal relationships, because those are our most intimate relationships.
And that's why, and hopefully I'll learn some of these things when I'm gonna check back in with y'all and let you know how it went. First, I have to make an appointment.
Okay, so are we going to bring back the Seymour? Are we going?
Okay, so this as the relationship episode of the Allison and Marc podcast. My dear brother, Wisdom Martin, and I used to do very regularly a segment called Seymour-Wisdom. He's Wisdom Martin. I'm Allison Seymour-Wisdom. And
let's have some fun.
So our sweet daughter, Skylar, our middle girl, who is a singer. Now she's 21. This is when she was like 12 maybe or something. I said, Skylar, can you sing the theme song for it? And we had it produced and everything, but this was the early version.
The raw version.
And this was the original question that kicked everything off. And leading into Valentine's Day, which I also want to talk about Valentine's Day, leading into Valentine's Day, here's Skylar. Do you have Skylar singing?
Mm-hmm.
Skylar singing the lead-in for Seymour-Wisdom. We're not going to show you the original post, but this video clip explains what the question was, and we want you to weigh in.
It's time for the Seymour-Wisdom question of the week. Yeah.
Shoot, I gotta hurry up and get in this meeting.
Okay, we really just wanted to hear Skylar sing that, but while I'm here with Wisdom, let's do a revisit on our famous question. It broke the internet, Wiz.
Oh, it did?
It did. Not really, but it broke it for us. Anywho's, can men and women be friends? I said it. When did we meet?
1782.
We've been friends for, has it been 20 years?
Yeah, because you were there before. You were in D.C. before me.
20
Working
years.
in D.C. before me. And then I came after you.
And shortly after Wisdom joined the morning show, we started this debate, and it rages today. And I'm going to put it to you because you're watching the Marc and Allison podcast in the afternoon. Can men and women be friends? I say yes. Now, you've matured.
Yes.
It's been some years.
Yes, I've developed.
Can men and women be friends?
And my answer has not changed. The answer to the question is single women and single men cannot be friends, just friends.
Because
the man is always trying to, well, let me rephrase, because this is what I said originally.
Mm-hmm.
Single women and single men who are attractive can't be friends.
Okay, family weigh in.
And when I say attractive, I mean attracted to each other.
Well, yeah, that's it. That's a whole different. You're putting many caveats on it.
Well,
in 2024.
That's part of the maturity.
That's the maturity.
That's the growth process.
All right, weigh in. Just a guest appearance by the Wisdom Martin.
The
mayor of the DMV.
You said I was getting paid.
You ain't getting paid, huh?
Well, then we need to
cut back to me and Marc.
Okay, now that's great.
Shout out to Wisdom Martin. I said, would you be okay? You're gonna be on the podcast. He's like, I don't care.
I like that question.
Yeah, she killed it. So yeah, the question now, mind you, he has added a lot to his answer, because I always say, and I can't wait to see what you all weigh in on this, on the relationship issue episode of our podcast. I really expanded. Can men and women, period, be friends? Because the stakes get even higher when you're married or in committed relationships and all of that. So what's your answer? What do you say?
So
I say yes.
Before I answer, I want to go just hit a couple people who are chiming in when oh wow, we got a whole bunch of people chiming. Okay, we'll come back.
Telling you, this has been a hot topic.
So back
20 years.
So I think you and I agree, and I'm going to add another, even to what Wisdom said about the attractiveness. I'm going to add another piece to it and say, as a person who's I'm a guy that has had a lot of female friends my whole life.
Yeah.
I think
it's healthy.
I think the energy actually contributes to it in a way. What am I saying? I'm saying you have friends that you find attractive, but you've never been intimate with, and they may find you attractive too because you're friends. We didn't decide to go down that path. You don't have a conversation and say, I think you're cute, I think you're cute. It's an energy, and I think that happens. I think a lot of times when people are just in other words, I I think you're attractive and I want you to be my girlfriend, but I'm just want to be your friend to get close. That's a different energy than you have a friend who's fine, but you know, she's fine, but we're friends. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I think that's what happens. And let me say, this happened to me early on, and I have, sadly, I have some fallout because of it. So I was the guy that had a lot of female friends, right? Mm-hmm. Then you get to a certain age, and the girls who've been friends are now coming at you in a sexual way.
Well, so then your wisdom is right. Then
no.
Let me tell you something.
No, that's up to a person.
I just talked to a dear friend of mine from Hampton, Randy Pollard, right?
Yep.
He called, and because he's taking it's a whole thing. He's taking his boys on a vacation, and he was asking advice about like a video record of it because they're retracing the steps that Randy's dad took when he was in Italy during World War II, right? So this is a beautiful thing, and he's talking about it and whatever. And if that defeats the point, I think. Like he and I have always been friends, and right, and so and there was never like, I think if there's a moment that you feel attracted to someone, then you're not friends. I'm talking about real friends.
I don't see it. And I think so Randy, who Allison's talking about, Randy's a great looking guy. Allison's a great looking girl, right? You guys just happen to you're friends.
Because we're friends.
You didn't feel him like that. He didn't feel you like that.
Right.
I'm just saying, but if you're looking at it on paper, you guys, like, I mean, when I first met Randy, right?
Yeah.
I mean, whatever. I think what I'm saying is when you have, first of all, let's talk about, some people don't know what real friendship is.
And if those women who were your friends now threw themselves at you later, I think that they did. It speaks to wisdom's point. They were harboring feelings because I'm not going to throw myself on, even if I'm single. Right, because I truly believe that men and women can be friends.
Yes, I do too. But what I'm saying is, you can believe that, but you also you don't know how people feel about you. All I'm saying is this.
That's wisdom's point.
No. But what I'm saying is, some men don't know how to be friends to women. Some men look at women as either we sleeping together or we're really not.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I think sadly that's why marriage is a problem, because some guys aren't friends with their wife. Mm-hmm. They're great sex partners. He thinks she's hot. We go to do this. So when you get to be a certain age and the sex doesn't kick off, you're like, I don't like this person. I actually don't want this person around me. Right. Because they were never even friends.
Oh, the way they breathe, Lord.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I think that's another conversation. Some guys don't know how to be friends.
Yeah.
Right? And so now, if that's the case, then of course, every situation is like, I'm either going to hit or I'm not. Yeah. Now, on the women's side, I think now talking about those women I'm talking about with you, I think, to be honest, when you're young, they may not, so I was a crown on his shoulder. He's a good guy. After they got crushed and destroyed by the other guys, they go look up one day and go, oh, you know what? He would be a good. I think that happens all the time too. So let's go see what you guys are saying.
All right.
You're walking.
It does depend.
Raymond, it depends on the two people.
Mm-hmm.
That's why people work close together. Yep, that's true. I think work does create an environment where some people, maybe if you weren't in that environment with even whatever, but you're talking to each other, you're hanging out, you have likes, things like that. The moon makes a difference. Okay, Jeffrey. Mm-hmm. It depends on the moon. Wallace Seymour, wisdom is right.
And let me tell you something. The other Wallace, has always agreed with wisdom. We've been on this journey for a long time.
Are you and Wallace friends?
We went to high school together.
Were you friends in high school?
Wallace, you were younger than me, right? But I mean, I think when your last name is Seymour, you're friends, because Seymour is a really unusual name.
And that's the other thing.
Let's read Kareem. As a married man of 18 years, I believe it's important for my wife to know the friend to alleviate any ill thoughts or motives. Absolutely. And that's the thing too. Just like I said to you, hey, Randy called and blah, 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 whatever, yeah, that's what it is. I think, because here's what I think too. Now that we have daughters who are adults, I like the thought of them having a couple of male friends. You know what I'm saying? To say, because they don't have brothers, they don't have somebody who's going to look out and say, hey, this is really what it is. And if you can get to that genuine friendship, because I get it, I've been disappointed, like in my youth, because we've been married so long at this point, it's all like before 30 years old, right? So in which I consider youth, in my youth, I've been disappointed by people who I thought we were friends, and then they, said, I like you this way, I'm feeling you this way, and ultimately we're never friends after that again.
Well, man, who wouldn't like you that way? You fine, of course. Let me tell you something. Let me break news to you. Every guy that was your friend wanted a chance, but since you weren't feeling them, they became your friend. Okay,
well, that's what. So I think
that's fine. If you're fine,
now here's what I think.
If you're ordinary looking, then no.
Wow.
Like me.
What you need to do, what you need to do is go ahead and say that you align with what Wisdom is saying.
It's not true, but you know it's not true because you know my female friends.
I don't know none of your female
Olivia
friends.
Fox.
Okay, yeah.
Sandy in St. Louis.
That's true. Okay,
come on.
Yeah.
I got friends. Marv. I know people all over. So
and I do know those people. So.
But you're friends with your exes, and I don't have a problem with it.
So that's the next thing. Let's talk about that. Can you be friends with your exes?
Now
I know I'm going to lose some people here.
Well,
can you be friends with your exes?
I think they're all connected in that if you're secure in your relationship, and if you're married, right? So if you say your ex is in town or whatever, it's never ever been something or whatever. If you say I'm going to meet or whatever, because we never had infidelity or me not trusting you or you lying to me has never been an issue.
Right.
Now I have lied to you about ring, but other than that,
that's okay because I got a ring now.
But I'm just saying, you know what I mean? And I think that's a lot of times people, that's where they're coming from. They were crushed, they were lied to, so therefore. But that's not our thing.
Ultimately,
it's like the phone conversation.
Down to trust.
You got the phone. You got the phone. We never played the phone game. Yeah, you can look at my phone. I can look at your phone. I don't even know what's on the phone. But it's like some people, if that's your issue.
Mark has my same passcode on my phone. Like my to get in on your phone. Now Mark uses the same one. Okay. Friends, as long as you have to set boundaries in the beginning and respect each other's wishes.
So this is what I'm saying. I meet Allison, right? We meet.
Yeah, we meet.
Well, I'm gonna tell you my.
What day did we meet?
Huh?
His little lip was shaking in about.
What day did we meet?
Date? What was the date of our meeting?
The actual date?
The date.
I don't know.
Wow.
You know the date?
August.
August.
Yes, that's good.
Thank you very much.
August 1998.
Thank you.
All right.
Let me just say. So here's my technique anyway. I meet you, you meet. You meet me. I meet you. I meet you. You meet me. I meet. Oh, you know what? No, that ties into other relationships.
Okay, so let's my last thing is, and we can wait till
this dilemma. We're gonna do the dilemma. We're gonna wrap it up.
We could do that, yeah.
The dilemma.
What's y'all take on work, husband and wife? Is it right? Okay.
I think it's funny.
You do?
Yeah, I mean, I say that term, and I'm gonna say that I'm just joking, but I think it's funny. You think it's for real? People ain't obviously not that your real person's real work husband or wife.
Well, I know, but people say it. Is it even okay to say it? Because I have said it before. I think I said it about
you and
Tony,
Steve, right?
No, it was like Tony Perkins.
You and Tony?
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
I think you and Steve.
No, we were. Yeah, because we used to argue. We acted like husband and wife.
You two were more.
But I don't even remember. But here is what I'm saying. I have said it in the past, and I think it does. It's a cute little term. Okay, ha ha ha. But I think at the end of the day, I don't really agree with it. Because you know what? You're not my work husband. Work is. We feel like family, but at the end of the day, like your family is at your house, and your husband or your wife, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever, they're at your house or whatever. And so I think that the older that I get, again, I don't think I would say it as much. And I think other people pair you with, okay, that's your work.
Well, what's funny,
that's my answer.
Well, to me, as a funny person, this is what would happen, and then I'd be like, okay. Because Davina says my husband and I'm in a church, so we're friends. So
that's
it's
I love that. I love couples.
So
friends.
this is what would be funny to me. This is what happened to me. This actually happened to me at a radio station.
Okay.
I was my boss, my news person, my co-host and news person was older than me, and my boss was not happy with how she was doing her reads.
Okay.
So I had to, because I was the program director and her co-host on the morning show, I had to say, hey, look. I don't say her real name. Hey, Tina, from now on, Watson wants you to record the newscast.
Yeah, but you said Watson. First. So who was, if you're on here and your program director was called Watson.
So after that, the very next day, so we're a morning show, playful, da. So we did our thing, and then she pulled me aside. She goes, "Yeah, Mark, I'm not really comfortable with how you talk to me on the station. My husband's comfortable with da. And I was like,
"You mean on the air?"
Yeah. I was like, "Well, what now?" Mm-hmm. And then, but it was kind of like, I think I heard her feelings, so she kind of whatever. Mm-hmm. So it'd be the same thing at work if somebody was like, "Hey, I'm not comfortable with you calling me your work wife," after y'all been doing it forever.
Yeah.
Because I would just say it jokingly, got pointed out, "Oh, y'all did it." But anyway, I understand. Yeah,
I think the
sometimes
lines,
pressure.
And I think the lines kind of, they can blur, not with like a romantic thing, but it's just, I don't know. I just think that, nowadays, I don't think it's really all that cool.
Oh, nowadays?
Yeah.
You should see me at work. Nowadays?
Yeah, that's right. Don't say a thing.
Nowadays?
So let's get into our real.
One more time, babe. Nowadays?
Let's talk about our real. Is it what did we call it? Real true stories.
H.D. Watts. I like what you're saying. Mel Jones, I'm with you. If you're going to be in a relationship, you need to just be honest. Right. I mean, at the end of the day, Mel, intention. That's what it is. If your intentions are, then you ain't being honest. That's what I mean. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but that's Wisdom's point. One person is always.
Are you sneaky?
One person is always attracted.
I'm not a sneaky person. If I'm interested in you, you'd know. I wouldn't just be your friend so that you can get interested. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It doesn't work that way.
Well, you're a different person. That's why it works.
I'm not trying to.
So here's the dilemma. Here's the true. I think we were calling it true stories, like Marc and Allison.
Yes, and I can't wait for you to explain this
true story. So this is the relationship episode. I'm going to postpone my history question until maybe I can find a quick one. But for the true story, Marc and Allison true stories and how we got over it.
Marc and Allison true stories. I like that one.
How we got over it.
How we got over it. Yeah, because I was desperately.
No, that's not true. Go ahead, tell the thing.
You tell it.
Why? This is your story.
Which one?
So Marc and the bottom line is he really forgot. Like now I'm
No. Which one of your situations do you want me to?
Oh, I only had one.
The New York thing or the person who wouldn't stop calling?
You can tell both because I don't even remember the person who wouldn't stop calling.
Oh, yes, you do.
I don't even know what that is.
Oh, great. I will tell. Great. This is great. True stories. Yes. Welcome to the true stories, y'all. Y'all ready? Grab a drink. So Allison have a smoke. Allison and I.
It's 5:27.
Oh no, I have another event, baby. I have to go to at the Plantas thing. But anyway, here's the story, guys. Grab a drink. Look, Kia's joined us. What's up, Kia? Kia's a boss.
I want to tell Sharon Pinder, who was in the room. I don't know if she's still in the room.
Yes, Sharon.
That we did an event with Sharon at the African American Museum of Culture and History.
I did like a million events.
Yeah. So call us. We are in our
get a job mode.
We are in our we need some jobs.
Let's go. All right. Here we go. Get a drink, everybody.
Call us.
Here's a scenario. So I meet this wonderful
an MC team.
Yes.
We're your
we
team.
Work for now. Yeah, we working, y'all. If y'all need somebody to host your church event, bar mitzvah, whatever event, we're here.
These kids are not paying for themselves.
So I meet Allison Seymour, and Allison, you're off Monday and Tuesday, right?
Yeah.
In St. Louis. Once we started seeing each other on Allison's off day, Monday and Tuesday, we were together every Monday and Tuesday.
It was so much fun.
Now, Allison told me early on that she was going to be going to New York at some future date to see a man who was not a boyfriend. He was just a quote unquote friend.
We never called each other boyfriend.
With relationships.
I never called him a boyfriend. But
no,
we dated. We dated.
Yeah, dated with.
We dated.
Yeah, friends with benefits.
Not friends. We dated.
Oh, okay. Well, you want me to just say, okay, y'all just benefits. No friends, just benefits.
I just need to be, we need to be clear.
No friends, just benefits. So, me and Allison
we worked together.
Oh, you sure did work together. So,
it's so funny.
Monday and Tuesday, y'all. Monday and Tuesday, we together. Every Monday and Tuesday, I'm at Allison's house. Did you even come to my house? Maybe you come to my house one time.
Yeah, I liked your apartment, but Marc had a water bed. I need you to understand. This was a man who was for the streets. Okay. Any ladies, when you go over to your guy's house, or I don't even know if we're boyfriend and girlfriend, And your man has a waterbed. Oh, he thinks he is doing it.
No.
So yeah.
Let me add this. I hate to say this because
his mama gave him the waterbed.
Right? I hate to say this because it sounds sketchy.
His mama gave
but
him
my mother gave
me
me the waterbed because she somebody was throwing it away.
She had hung up her player cleats.
What we talking about? That's like...
I'm talking about your mama because I love her. May she rest.
Okay, so anyway, yes, my mother gave me waterbed. Anyway, so every Monday and Tuesday for months, Allison and I are together. Now, the date approaches where Allison's going to go see this guy who wasn't her boyfriend. That she used to date in New York. It was
now this was St. Louis to New York. So this thing was arranged. Like I forget even how we really even left it, because I need you to understand that my first day on the job was August 5th, 1998. That's when Mark and I met. My first day on the job, I was reporting and met Mark. We were at the same event. So that means I never knew you. When I left Albany, New York, I was dating someone. We had arranged, okay, in a couple of months, let's arrange to see. He probably sent me a ticket. Let's arrange to see each other. We'll see how things are. I wasn't serious about him, but he was who I was dating. And so that's the background. So I don't know that you ever really had that really fleshed out. Like, we met the day I arrived on the job in St. Louis. So it wasn't like, and this other thing had been arranged already. And in the meantime, we started dating. And it wasn't even a big thing for me to tell the other guy, because we were just dating. Because I don't think that, and that's another thing, I don't think that women of color or Black girls, I'll say this, I don't think we date enough. Like, I don't think Black women date enough. I think back in when I was dating, that's a whole nother issue.
Yes.
But so that's the background.
Okay.
Right, let's be clear.
So
as my man Barack Obama was
Monday, Tuesday, we're doing the dating thing. So now at the end of this, was it a Monday or Tuesday?
Yeah.
Allison's like, I'm like, hey, she's like, well, this is the weekend that I go to New York. Mm-hmm. And now at this point, y'all, but I mean, look at her. And y'all know her. At this point, guys, I'm all the way in.
I think the little girl trying to sleep.
Guys, at this point, I'm like, I'm all the way in. And so Allison's like, yeah, so it's the weekend. I'm going to New York. And I was like,
never mind. Now, family, okay. I didn't have to tell him Nathaniel. Well. Because we had just really started dating. Like you say, it was months. It wasn't that long. I was only in St. Louis for a year.
I was hooked.
It was weeks.
And so all I knew was she was about to head off to New York and do what dating people do. So I was like, have a safe trip. Okay. And she's like, bye. I walked to that car, that long walk to the car. Yes. The word dating also needs to be clearly defined.
Dating, yeah, dating. And the thing, because
y'all know what it meant.
No, because that's the reason why I think a lot of probably, women my age when we were young, that's probably why we didn't. Because what are the rules? Like, you're dating. How many times can you go out without someone who you are interested in expecting maybe that things turn more intimate? You know,
dating in this case is an action verb. So as I headed to my car, I was like, okay, she's not obviously where I am in this situation. And that's, to be honest, that is how I am. I'm not some people are hunters. Some people are like, hey girl, you remember that was the whole breakup in the movie, right? And come on, babe, help me out.
Love Jones.
Should I stake my claim? Hey, you're my woman. You ain't going nowhere. I was like, okay, because I was like, well, if she wants to go to see this dude, then obviously it means she's not where I am. So got in the car, opened up the glove box, rustled around for the black book to see if it was around.
Wow.
And so I get home, walked up the steps with one tear in my eye.
Boy, quit lying.
And then I got the call. Hey, Mark, I'm not going. Yes.
Yeah.
Cue the music.
I had to come to that. That's not even, I feel like, Yeah, I would
Look
be.
at Kia. Of course, Kia, you drive a motorcycle. Of course, you'd say that. Kia gonna.
What's Kira? What is Kira saying?
Kira gonna have her husband in a figure 4 leg lock.
Marc had to make his intentions known real slow. He had to speak down now. Absolutely. But here's my thing.
Davina, you know about that whole black book?
Yeah.
It was dusty though. I hadn't used it in a minute. Okay, what you up to?
I need to be clear on this. You and I had really only started dating for a couple of weeks at this point. Like I had just gotten to St. Louis, and I'm sure this timeline because I was only in St. Louis for a year, so it wasn't a couple of months. We were engaged at 4 months. So I need y'all to understand what it is. And I was, working it out, and at the end of the day, it was like, is this trip really worth it? No, it's not, because, it's not that serious or what have you. And I think then I had made that decision, but I just feel like into every relationship, like we had a pretty fast courtship. Literally, we started dating and then in April we got engaged, and it was maybe 4 months. We just knew that we wanted to spend our lives together. And then right after that, and got married, and got the next April got married. And so, I just feel like that's not, back to the honesty thing. The way that I operate is, if you had said, I really don't want you to go. I really don't want you to go. I'm feeling you in this way, and I really want you to stay. I need that in my life. Like I need that fight for me thing. Like it might seem childish and ridiculous, whatever, but I need that. And so I think that you were pretty lucky that I made that call.
Oh, wait a minute.
To stay.
She just turned it around on me, guy. She turned it around on me that quick.
You were pretty lucky, because nobody wants to be like, well, go, and I get it. So that speaks to how you just have to figure out that common communication style in a marriage, and we're still working on it.
I ain't. No, I'm joking.
Yeah, I know. I lost the ring. I ain't saying nothing until she says get it.
Don't characterize me wrong now. But that is not me.
So
so let me say this. So now Allison doesn't go. We're locked in. I expressed how I feel about you. Right.
Right.
So now I'm over the house.
What's this other story you're talking about?
Now, where's Jeff?
Keisha, I need that.
Where's Jeffrey at? Jeffrey. Now we in a relationship, Jeffrey. This dude who they just dated wasn't that serious. Jeffrey, 1 a.m.
Who was it?
Who is calling?
Oh, who was it?
Who is calling? You know who's calling?
No.
The person you're supposed to meet in New York.
Oh.
I said, have you told him that we are now dating?
Yeah.
You're like, I don't feel like I have to tell him. It's none of his business. I'm like, you need to tell him, because you're going to be calling until you say something.
It was him calling?
Kira.
I don't even remember.
12:15 at night.
Yeah.
So finally I was like, Allison, tell him.
Yeah.
You need to tell him. You say you feel like you don't have to tell him.
Fuzzy on this part.
Yeah, I guess it is. You feel like you don't have to tell him because it's not his business. It is his business. He's calling his house at 1:30 in the morning. It doesn't make any sense.
And so I told you it was him?
Yeah. Oh, with somebody else? Now the truth comes out.
I need
the Joker's out.
It
was him. You said it was him.
I did. Okay.
And you finally did tell him.
Yeah. Well, because
allegedly.
So things that I have had to work on, as they say, toxic traits.
Look at Davina. You better let him know, Miss Allison. Wait a minute, Davina. I thought you were on my side.
If I have like toxic traits, I don't like anybody to be mad at me. This is how I used to be. I don't like confrontation or whatever. And
she's changed.
And the bottom line is, like,
with me.
The bottom line is, you don't know what that person was thinking, but he was probably still trying to.
Yes, Keisha. Did she need to give him closure, Mark? Yes. Let him know.
No, because that's dating. That's dating. That's the thing that, like, people, how many times, I think what happened was this, because through the years, he's always like on LinkedIn, hey, just checking in, making sure, and I'm always like, in life, sometimes people feel people more than, it's not really equal. So
don't call here after midnight. My man's here. That's what needed to happen.
That's true.
And you did. After the third time of me getting you seen that side. That's
okay.
She took that pretty easy, babe. Good job, babe.
Yeah, no. You're right. Like, I don't have a problem saying, hi, Corey. I don't have a problem saying, you know what? I like that viewpoint. I hear you and I feel you. And if I could go back in time, yeah.
Harold, we appreciate it. We're going to send Harold some money. Yeah, I appreciate that. That's so nice.
Okay, so
look at Keith. Go ahead, Keith. Keith, put it out there. Mark, did he need closure? I agree. You need closure. You're dating.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. It's
well, and he. The bottom line is though, yeah, he might have deserved that, but he knew that he was not no contender for no long game. He knew it. Come on, that's the problem too. It's like women we're always so like polite, and we got to do all this. Meantime, how many times do I hear people say, "Oh yeah, he ghosted me. I never heard from him again." Okay, bro, if you ain't heard from me, I'm not feeling you. I got somebody else. So that's really what it was. And so yeah, and it's fine. But yeah, can he and I be friends? No.
Wow, babe, look at you.
I'm very mature. All right. Now, how long have we been on with this?
I know this is okay. So we did boom, boom, boom. Oh, Black History starts next month.
I'm just gonna, yeah, because Black History Month is starts tomorrow, February 1st.
Wow.
So I'll just save what I have for that, but just suffice it to say, it's the reason why I don't shop at Brooks Brothers.
Will Smith is in the building. That was my toxic trait too. Not wanting anyone to be mad at me and avoiding confrontation. My wife definitely let me know what she didn't like the first year of our marriage.
Yeah.
LOL.
Yep. And I think that's important. It just as difficult as it might be sometimes, it's just important. So say what the thing is. If you lost the thing, say what it is.
Mark.
If you didn't tell somebody, we're done. First of all, he was in New York State and I was in Missouri. Okay. Now I'm mad all over again. Bootsy.
I can't wait to tell the smooth move you did. How you handled my ex, which was a boss. I'm gonna tell you something. She's been a boss a long time now. Don't let the little smooth taste fool you. She's a little boss, a bossito.
The next show,
she's a little bossito.
We do this every hump day around this time.
So Salah, babe, Salah has checked in.
Salih has.
Oh, you say is it Salih or Salah? Bootsy. I'm sorry, the government. I don't really know. Okay, I'm the. So we had an uncle moment today. You know,
you an unk now, babe.
I'm an unk now. So
you unk now.
So Papa Bootsy's daughter is doing a radio thing, and so he's like, "Hey, can you send a little something, little maybe some ideas?" Mm-hmm. And so I felt like an unk, babe. So that was cool. Thank you, Bootsy.
Oh,
I copied you the email.
You did?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, guys. Well, as always, thank you so much. Kira,
it's in the past. You're right.
I calling Kira.
Kira
knows. Kira knows.
Just loud.
That's my people.
So anyway, then Kira. No, baby, her name is and has always been Kira. Kira and I went to Hampton together. She is the sweet sweetheart.
So, babe, on the scale of 1 to 10, how often do I listen to you? Milton. That's my childhood friend, Milton Hammock.
Yeah, you listen. We have some I think the key with the communication thing is just some good conversations about what's going on, like period. Like what's going on in the world. We talk about that. We talk about it all. So what I'm going to be talking to a new therapist about some things. I don't even have a new therapist, but just in this, I don't even know. I have not made an appointment yet, but I'm so excited. If you weren't with us at the beginning of the show, we're in my inbox was just a reminder from my insurance that, hey, you've got 12 free therapy sessions. And I've never never sat in on a therapy session. But yeah, it's there. I think that life brings with it a lot and you try to navigate it. And I am blessed and highly favored all the time. No weapon has ever, right? But yeah, I think it's good to let some things go, learn some coping techniques, because we're all dealing with this stress and anxiety. And like today I felt pretty like blah. I think it was the weather, but so I had to really be like, no. Let's get it together. Let's turn this thing around. What can we do to uplift our attitude and our mood? Because it's on us. It's on us sometimes. Now, sometimes you need help in other ways, but for the most part, it's it's on us to try to get that attitude together.
Amen.
Yeah.
So everybody, thank you so much. We love you guys. Be safe. You know, hey, what do they say? A setback is a setup for a comeback. If you're going through something, know that you are loved and know that you got this.
You got it.
You got it. All right. Have a great one, everybody.
Got it. All right. See you, Keisha, in the morning.
Keisha cool. Keisha's it's funny. Your picture is interesting because Keisha's picture looked like Keisha cool. Like she was like, is that some closure you need? That's you need some clothes. You know.
I love it. Keisha, I want to thank you for watching the show too. I want to thank you for watching the show.
Okay. All right, everybody. Be safe. Take care.